This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico, home to the Aggies of New Mexico State. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So New Mexico State's offense has the ball first today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
Fires downfield. He's got it. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to throw again. Got it set up on the outside. Powers through the defender. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Let's take just a moment to talk about New Mexico State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are. And now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Leaves it with the back. And he's still running after the move. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Aggies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Oh, man. Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We got to rattle him. We got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
They kick it away on 4th down. So the Sam Houston Bearcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Punts it out of the air. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the football.
And it's on the ground. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the 1st down marker. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
To the air, it's Cotler. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Makes the catch. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here we go. From the gun. Give on the inside. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Caught near the sticks. It's Porter. Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his...
Intercepted deep in his own end. He's brought down, a short return, and the defense comes out on top with a pick. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Grease, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
Leaves it with the back, fighting off the defender. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to pass. It's Cutler. Fires left. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And the Bearcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Pressure coming. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
On third down, you're thinking it might be pass, so the offense goes draw play, trying to fool you, but it didn't work. Defense wasn't tricked. They're able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
On fourth down, going to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Phillips. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Gonna run it. It's Callaway. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to throw. It's Cutler. Dumps it to the back. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The run to the right. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Aggies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got rid of it just in time. Another incompletion on 3rd down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got his man downfield.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. The Bearcats get the 1st down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, once one that got good coverage.
Motion from the back. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Lots of running room. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They make the stop, and he got the one he needed and plenty more. It's first and goal.
First and goal, Sam Houston.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Palmer trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team. That's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical, and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy, but on the other side...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Callaway. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rides to the back. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces.
New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Moore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. Slithers into space. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's first and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Phillips. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're testing the right side here. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcats are threatening on 1st and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Phillips. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
And it's no good. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Cutler. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
This guy is lightning fast. You see him come out of the break on the slant. QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Gets rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a man. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. Trying to get it to the marker. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Bearcats have pushed it inside the 20. On the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, a lot of space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bearcats. And that one will give them the lead.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter, sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Back to throw, it's Cutler. It's complete. Nice, solid completion there. Hit him on the slant.
Yeah, and a nice route in the slot, too, by that receiver. Great job putting his foot in the ground, crossing the face of the defender, and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Fires on the move. Got it in the middle. It's Fry. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Cutler. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers the space out in the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Running back searching for a hole. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Price. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On the ground, it's Callaway. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call is on. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Makes a move. Touchdown, Sam Houston. They move on top here in the 4th. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
To the air, it's Cutler. He's got it. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Rushes on him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going up top here late in the game. It's incomplete, a fourth down stop, and the turnover on downs.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down. It looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Big fella moving. Touchdown, Bearcats! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to throw, it's Cutler. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pride. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Cutler. Quickly to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. It's now
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. He gets it in. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Okay, let's go. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Humphreys. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need